Hey everyone, I'm finally back with my long-awaiting project that I've been wanting to do for the longest time. These are Envirofan Goldlines, and I've been wanting to build what's known as the Envirofan the Goldline Palisade. Now I refinished these gold lines that were stripped from my friend Dan Spiffy Newman, since he pulled them out of a restaurant that they were painted brown over the white. So I refinished them. He stripped them completely. I buffed the blades and clear coated the blades, and then rebanded the motor to have the gold stripe on them, like you see those two gold lines down there. But a Palisade from Fanimation is just like this fan here. It's built like this. You got a long down rod hanging from the ceiling. Then you got two rods coming out from the center, and to create the motors facing on their sides on the ends like this. And they would have these palm leaf blades, and they would actually turn the same direction but with different blade pitches on each side, so that the air movements actually get pulled in from the outsides and then straight down. They would collide and blow straight down. It's a very effective air movement, but this is more for grins, for fun. I was hoping to do this if I ever had Reese and Aiden, even Jeff or even Dan with me to do this. It would have been a fun thing to do, but we just didn't get to it, and I've been wanting to do this for the longest time. So yeah, plus I'm gonna show these after I refinished them, plus the new meter that I got, that I've been testing fans with after Dan urged me to get it. So we're gonna do what's called zero to high, since this is an industrial and this is my favorite childhood fan of all. I used to eye these out anywhere I saw these in stores, especially grocery stores like Kohl's grocery store with the big arched roof. I used to eye these out, and it's my holy grail of fans. I would be drawn to them. I'd look up at them. You name it. I always wished they were on. If they weren't, I'd get bummed. So these are my favorite fans of all. I was drawn to the most. And I'm glad to have these and even use them. I even had one in my bedroom because I love these fans so much. So the first thing we're going to do is zero to high. And we're going to see the inrush current on both of these and see what the final current draw is for both of these. All right? Here we go. This could be dangerous, and hopefully I will survive this. Don't want to go near this in action, trust me. 3, 2, 1, go. 1.86 is going to be the inrush, and it's going to drop. We'll see what it drops to as these get up to speed. And I'm feeling air already from these things. Okay, 1.76 is the final current draw, and I'm not going to really do an airflow test with this because I'm already feeling the air directly at me versus a typical ceiling fan that I test, which faces down and I go distant to see what the airflow is. And obviously these are gold lines, so the category of the airflow is gold line. So yeah, I'm not going anywhere close to this thing. This thing is quite dangerous, but I'm going to take the camera. I will only go this close. All right. And also, along with the current draw that I'm getting here, I got 1.76 amps and watts. 196 watts. Oh, not 197. It flops. So almost, I will call this almost 200 watts I'm using. And the power factor is indeed a power factor of 1, which means all of the current draw and watts, it is using it all on when it's a power factor of 1, which basically means 100%. Power factor of 0.5 would mean it's only using half, but in this case it's using all, so it's very efficient when you actually use the power versus only draw this much and then only use a percentage of what it's drawing. So, since we got a power factor of 1, it's time for spin down. So we're going to see which one actually stops first. This will be interesting. Now, they're not exactly meant to be run tipped on their side like this, so... And like I said, as you see, I was not going to try to reverse either of them. It would be nice to reverse them so they run in the same direction, but that's just not going to happen. So they're just going to blow outward, which they are doing. Because these could unscrew if I reverse them, put the motors in reverse by flipping some wires. It looks like the front one's going to stop. The one facing me is going to actually stop first. Yup. They might have stiff, I don't know if it's stiff bearings. Okay, so just because of the way they're tipped. Okay, now what we're going to do next is what's called the decade box, which simulates a 4-speed or a 3-speed wall control, a modern one that uses capacitors to gauge the speeds, to regulate the speeds. So I have here the decade box of 1 to 10 microfarads. And then of course I can add on this test rig here, which to show you, I got the test rig of adding 10 microfarads, add 20, that's high, variable speed control. But we're gonna do the decade box, and we're gonna see where it starts. Now, this may not start till past 10, so what I'm gonna do in this case is actually hit the 10, see if it actually moves. If not, keep it on and keep going with the decade box. Okay, so 1 started, so we're gonna see where it started. So I turned it back off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so at 10, the one facing me actually started. So here's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so at 19, the one in back started, but the other one is, the one in front is actually going. The other one's going a little faster than the other. The one in back's a little slower, so here's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So you're seeing the current draw of 1.02 amps right now. So we're at 26 microfarads, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. Let's kind of let them get up to speed, let them catch up. Okay. All right. 31. Since 32. 39, and here is 40 microfarads. I am maxed out, and I am nowhere near high. What you saw it draw, the final current draw on high was 1.76 amps, so 1 3/4 of an amp, and I'm only at just over 1 1/4 of an amp, 1.3. And I am maxed out at 40 microfarads. As you can see, I got added 10, 20, that's 30, plus another 10, that's 40. Okay, so if I hit high, then of course it overrides. The high switch overrides everything. And of course the current drops to 1.76, flops once. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna stop these by hand carefully. Okay, the next test we're gonna do is with the variable speed control, the solid state. Now, the one thing about solid state variable speed controls, which is this dial here, is they are known to be on industrials like this here, and they would actually run multiple fans at once from one dial switch, would run like a whole store of fans. I've seen it. That's usually how that works. So we're gonna see, let's see what the current draw is on the solid state. Okay, I'm gonna start inching it up. This could take a little bit. Okay, the first one on the front towards me is actually started. I'm gonna start, okay, the back one is starting now. Yeah, I think this one has got a little more power. The one in front gets the power first. It up some more. I really can't hear any hum or buzz, well, especially with bands practicing. Alright, let's inch it up some more. Bring it to high. Well, at least, of course, Goldlines do not hit a resonant frequency on high, or on solid state, because I've had a few fans that actually hit a resonant frequency. Okay. Now that I can listen to hear how noisy it is. Really not bad. It's a very smooth humming sound, but at least not bad. I can live with that. It's living room quiet, but there's no room for this Goldline Palisade. I wish I could wish this could go in the museum. My friend Dan wishes he wanted to put this in the museum, but there's no room for it at all. But I'm just brought it back up to high on solid state. See if the current drops lower, because I know solid state's a little bit lower than straight high. I didn't catch that. Okay, so 1.74. All right. Well, this is all I have for the Envirofan Goldline Palisade. And I remember Dan mentioning, saying we should get Tom Frampton to build something like this. Now that would be something if he designed something like this, or get Fanimation to design this. But yeah, this is just a fun project. It's definitely a novelty. If we had room in the museum for this, this would go there for decoration. Probably too dangerous to run. I don't think any learning remote will work on this, because they don't carry enough capacitance. Maybe you could do a learning remote, but it would have to just be high or off. So, other than that, that is all I have for this Goldline Palisade. And I'll be back with some more fans. So stay tuned, subscribe, and thanks for watching.